Morning, everybody. I just wanted to take a minute today. We were planning on having an assembly this week to talk a little bit about vaping. We're going to have it next week. At the end of the assembly, we're going to talk a little bit about scheduling because the plan was to have that discussion with you before your counselors came in and asked you about what you were thinking about doing for next year. We start that process now. Mr. Carter and Ms. Mahar will be in just to make sure that you're all set and we know what you want to take. But there's a couple of changes that are going to happen, and I wanted to make sure that you heard it from me. And then Mr. Carter will reiterate it, and he'd probably do a better job of explaining it than I will, but I want to give it a shot anyways, okay? Sixth grade, we'll start with you. Kids going from sixth grade to seventh grade, there's not a ton of choice, okay? Most of the classes are chosen for you, and that's going to be your choice will be band, chorus, or both. That's one of the things you're going to be able to choose. Sixth graders going to seventh grade this year will be taking Spanish, and you'll get your math, science, English, and social studies according to your teacher recommendations, okay? Seventh graders going to eighth grade, you have quite a bit of choice. One of the things we're doing is we are still going to offer earth science for eighth graders for kids who qualify. I don't like that term, but we're going to keep that. And then we've started a new course. Mr. Humphrey in the science department in our middle school and the high school has developed a new course where every eighth grader next year will get a science credit towards their transcript. It's going to be not a Regents class. The eighth grade class will be gone, and we'll be taking a class that will allow you to get a credit in science that goes on your transcript in ninth grade. They're designing the course now. It should be a lot of fun. Another choice you're going to make is math. For those of you who are in honors or those of you who aren't, it doesn't matter. You have a choice of taking algebra, which is a class you can get yet another credit for. I'm here to tell you that it's hard work, but it's doable. If you take Math 8, you get the class, you finish the year, you go on to take algebra in ninth grade. You don't get any credit. If you're willing to work a little harder, you can actually pull a credit out in your eighth grade year for math. So that's now 2 credits. You got 1 for science, 1 for math. You're going to get 1 for LOT, whether you're French or Spanish if you pass that test. And you're also going to get a half a credit for health. So you're going to be walking in the door potentially with 3.5 credits before you even they say that you're a freshman. 8th to 9th grade, Ms. Mahar will work with you on that to set up, what your sequence and what types of classes you're going to be in, and how you're going to cover your art music credit and what do you want to do, and really take a look at what your 4-year plan will start out to be. That's something that changes every year based on your needs and what you want. So again, when they come in to talk to you, 8th grade or 7th grade going to 8th grade, it's a really big year. You should be pretty psyched because there's quite a few opportunities for you. 6th grade going to 7, you're going to be able to take advantage of that next year as well. So I just wanted to just mention that. I know that a lot of parents listen to this as well. So we can make sure that if there's a question that you have when you get home, you can have your parents come back and listen to what I just said. If they have any questions, they can call anytime. We want to make sure that everyone's totally clear on what their choices are. My suggestion to you is to push yourself in math. You would be surprised, especially those students who may not be serious, hardcore math students. You'd be surprised that you might be able to pass that algebra, and especially if you're thinking of going to BOCES and you're going to need those extra times and extra periods to take classes, it may be something you want to think about. I will end there. If you have any questions, again, you have Mr. Carter, very knowledgeable, Ms. Mahar is very knowledgeable, and myself. We will absolutely try to help you should you need any help with making decisions on your schedule. Thank you very much. Have a good week, and here comes one of the coolest parts of our morning announcements. Really listen careful to this.
Today's quote is, "How like an angel I came down." Thomas.